The Khmer alphabet. A Khmer script is an abugida script used to write the Khmer language. It is also used to write Pali in the Buddhist liturgy of Cambodia and Thailand. It was adapted from the Pallava script, a variant of the Grantha alphabet descended from the Brahmi script, which was used in southern India and Southeast Asia during the 5th and 6th centuries AD. The oldest dated inscription in Khmer was found at Angkor Borei District in Takéo Province south of Phnom Penh and dates from 611. The modern Khmer script differs somewhat from precedent forms seen on the inscriptions of the ruins of Angkor. The Thai and Lao scripts are descended from an older form of the Khmer script. Khmer is written from left to right. Words within the same sentence or phrase are generally run together with no spaces between them. Consonant clusters within a word are stacked, with the second consonant being written in reduced form under the main consonant. Originally there were 35 consonant characters, but modern Khmer uses only 33. Each such character in fact represents a consonant sound together with an inherent vowel, either A or O. There are some independent vowel characters, but vowel sounds are more commonly represented as dependent vowels, additional marks accompanying a consonant character, and indicating what vowel sound is to be pronounced after that consonant. Most dependent vowels have two different pronunciations, depending in most cases on the inherent vowel of the consonant to which they are added. In some positions, a consonant written with no dependent vowel is taken to be followed by the sound of its inherent vowel. There are also a number of diacritics used to indicate further modifications in pronunciation. The script also includes its own numerals and punctuation marks. Consonants. There are 35 Khmer consonant symbols, although modern Khmer only uses 33, two having become obsolete. Each consonant has an inherent vowel A or O. Equivalently, each consonant is said to belong to the series or O series. Her consonant series determines the pronunciation of the dependent vowel symbols which may be attached to it, and in some positions the sound of the inherent vowel is itself pronounced. The two series originally represented voiceless and voiced consonants respectively. Sound changes during the Middle Khmer period affected vowels, following voiceless consonants, and these changes were preserved even though the distinctive voicing was lost. Each consonant, with one exception, also has a subscript form. These may also be called subconsonants. The Khmer phrase is chung aksa, meaning foot of a letter. Most subscript consonants resemble the corresponding consonant symbol, but in a smaller and possibly simplified form, although in a few cases there is no obvious resemblance. Most subscript consonants are written directly below other consonants, although subscript R appears to the left, while a few others have ascending elements which appear to the right. Subscripts are used in writing consonant clusters. Clusters in Khmer normally consist of two consonants, although occasionally in the middle of a word there will be three. The first consonant in a cluster is written using the main consonant symbol, with the second attached to it in subscript form. Subscripts were previously also used to write final consonants. In modern Khmer this may be done optionally in some words ending eng or y, such as aoy. The consonants and the subscript forms are listed in the following table. Usual phonetic values are given using the International Phonetic Alphabet. Variations are described below the table. The sound system is described in detail at Khmer Phonology. The spoken name of each consonant letter is its value together with its inherent vowel. Transliterations are given using the UNGEGN system. For other systems, see Romanization of Khmer. The letter bar appears in somewhat modified form when combined with certain dependent vowels. The letter NHO is written without the lower curve when a subscript is added. When it is subscripted to itself, the subscript is a smaller form of the entire letter NH. Note that Da and Ta have the same subscript form. In initial clusters this subscript is always pronounced, but in medial positions it is in some words and in others. The series Da, Ta, Do, though Na originally represented retroflex consonants in the Indic parent scripts. The second, third and fourth of these are rare, and occur only for etymological reasons in a few Pali and Sanskrit loanwords. Because the sound N is common, and often grammatically productive, in Mon-Khmer languages, the fifth of this group was adapted as an A-series counterpart of No for convenience. Variation in pronunciation. The aspirated consonant letters are pronounced with aspiration only before a vowel. There is also slight aspiration with K, CH, T and P sounds before certain consonants, but this is regardless of whether they are spelled with a letter that indicates aspiration. A Khmer word cannot end with more than one consonant, so subscript consonants at the end of words are not pronounced, although they may come to be pronounced when the same word begins a compound. In some words, a single medial consonant symbol represents both the final consonant of one syllable and the initial consonant of the next. The letter Ba represents only before a vowel. When final are followed by a subscript consonant, it is pronounced. For modification to P by means of a diacritic, see supplementary consonants. The letter, which represented P in Indic scripts, also often maintains the sound in certain words borrowed from Sanskrit and Pali. The letters Da and D are pronounced when final. The letter Ta is pronounced in initial position in a weak syllable ending with a nasal. In final position, letters representing a sound are pronounced as a glottal stop after the vowels. The letter Ro is silent when final. The letter Sa when final is pronounced Pa. Supplementary consonants. The Khmer writing system includes supplementary consonants used in certain loanwords, particularly from French and Thai. These mostly represent sounds which do not occur in native words, or for which the native letters are restricted to one of the two vowel series. Most of them are digraphs formed by stacking a subscript under the letter Ha, with an additional trizapt diacritic if required to change the inherent vowel to O. The character for Pa, however, is formed by placing the musicaten diacritic over the character Ba. Dependent vowels. Most Khmer vowel sounds are written using dependent or diacritical vowel symbols, known in Khmer as sraknsa or srakphsam. These can only be written in combination with a consonant. The vowel is pronounced after the consonant, even though some of the symbols have graphical elements which appear above, below or to the left of the consonant character. Most of the vowel symbols have two possible pronunciations, depending on the inherent vowel of the consonant to which it is added. The pronunciations may also be different in weak syllables, and when they are shortened. Absence of a dependent vowel often implies that a syllable initial consonant is followed by the sound of its inherent vowel. In determining the inherent vowel of a consonant cluster, stops and fricatives are dominant over sonorants. For any consonant cluster including a combination of these sounds, a following dependent vowel is pronounced according to the dominant consonant, regardless of its position in the cluster. When both members of a cluster are dominant, the subscript consonant determines the pronunciation of a following dependent vowel. A non-dominant consonant will also have its inherent vowel changed by a preceding dominant consonant in the same word, even when there is a vowel between them, although some words do not obey this rule. The dependent vowels are listed below, in conventional form with an ellipse as a dummy consonant symbol, and in combination with the series letter A. The IPA values given are representative of dialects from the Northwest and Central Plains regions, specifically from the Battambang area, upon which Standard Khmer is based. Vowel pronunciation varies widely in other dialects such as Northern Khmer, where diphthongs are leveled, and Western Khmer, in which breathy voice and modal voice phonations are still contrasted. The spoken name of each dependent vowel consists of the word srak followed by the vowels, a series value preceded by glottal stop. Modification by diacritics. The addition of some of the Khmer diacritics can modify the length and value of inherent dependent vowels. The following table shows combinations with the Nicoe and Riamuk diacritics, representing final and. They are shown with the A-series consonant A. The first four configurations listed here are treated as dependent vowels in their own right, and have names constructed in the same way as for the other dependent vowels. Other rarer configurations with the Riamuk I pronounced and pronounced. The word yes is pronounced. The Bantic has the following effects. In a syllable with inherent at, the vowel is shortened to un transcription a. In a syllable with inherent o, the vowel is modified to before a final labial, otherwise usually to un transcription o. In a syllable with the dependent vowel symbol in the A-series, the vowel is shortened to un transcription a. In a syllable with that vowel symbol in the O-series, the vowel is modified to un transcription o, or to each before k, ang, h. The Sanhuksana is equivalent to the dependent vowel with the Bantic. However, its O-series pronunciation becomes before final y and before final r. The Ukolic Pintu represents or followed by a glottal stop. Consonants with no dependent vowel. There are three environments where a consonant may appear without a dependent vowel. The rules governing the inherent vowel differ for all three environments. Consonants may be written with no dependent vowel as an initial consonant of a weak syllable, an initial consonant of a strong syllable, or as the final letter of a written word. In careful speech, initial consonants without a dependent vowel in weak initial syllables are pronounced with their inherent vowel shortened as if modified by the Bantic diacritic. For example, the first series letter in is pronounced with the short vowel. The second series letter in is pronounced with the short diphthong o. In casual speech, these are most often reduced to e for both series. Initial consonants in strong syllables without written vowels are pronounced with their inherent vowels. The word is pronounced cn is pronounced ct in some words. However, the inherent vowel is pronounced in its reduced form, as if modified by a Bantic diacritic, even though the diacritic is not written. Such reduction regularly takes place in words ending with a consonant with a silent subscript, although in most such words it is the Bantic reduced form of the vowel of that is heard, as in noise. The word you person has the highly irregular pronunciation. Consonants written as the final letter of word usually represent a word final sound and are pronounced without any following vowel and, in the case of stops, with no audible release as in the examples above. However, in some words adopted from Pali and Sanskrit, what would appear to be a final consonant under normal rules can actually be the initial consonant of a following syllable and pronounced with a short vowel as if followed by. For example, according to rules for native Khmer words, would appear to be a single syllable, but, being derived from Pali suba, it is pronounced supe. Ligatures. Most consonants, including a few of the subscripts, form ligatures with the vowel a. Some more examples of ligatured symbols follow. Our, or another example with bar, forming a similar ligature to that described above. Here the vowel is not a itself, but another vowel which contains the cane-like stroke of that vowel as a graphical element. Liacute, an example of the vowel forming a connection with the serif of a consonant. CHBA, CBA, subscript consonants with ascending strokes above the baseline also form ligatures with the vowel symbol. MSAU, MSAW, another example of a subscript consonant forming a ligature, this time with the vowel O. TRA, the subscript for rho is written to the left of the main consonant, in this case R, which here forms a ligature with A. Independent vowels. Independent vowels are non-diacritical vowel characters that stand alone. In Khmer they are called srak pentuo, which means complete vowels. They are used in some words to represent certain combinations of a vowel with an initial glottal stop liquid. The independent vowels are used in a small number of words, mostly of Indic origin, and consequently there is some inconsistency in their use and pronunciations. However, a few words in which they occur are used quite frequently. These include now, father, or here, give, let, oneself, I, you, where. Independent vowel letters are named similarly to the dependent vowels, with the word srak followed by the principal sound of the letter, followed by an additional glottal stop after a short vowel. However, the letter is called diacritics. The Khmer writing system contains several diacritics, used to indicate further modifications in pronunciation. Dictionary order. For the purpose of dictionary ordering of words, main consonants, subscript consonants and dependent vowels are all significant, and when they appear in combination, they are considered in the order in which they would be spoken. The order of the consonants and of the dependent vowels is the order in which they appear in the above tables. A syllable written without any dependent vowel is treated as if it contained a vowel character that precedes all the visible dependent vowels, is mentioned above. The four configurations with diacritics exemplified in the syllables are treated as dependent vowels in their own right, and come in that order at the end of the list of dependent vowels. Other configurations with the remarked diacritic are ordered as if that diacritic were a final consonant coming after all other consonants. Words with the Bantakan Sanhuksana diacritics are ordered directly after identically spelled words without the diacritics. Vowels precede consonants in the ordering, so a combination of main and subscript consonants comes after any instance in which the same main consonant appears unsubscripted before a vowel. Words spelled with an independent vowel whose sound begins with a glottal stop follow after words spelled with the equivalent combination of a plus dependent vowel. Words spelled with an independent vowel whose sound begins or follow after all words beginning with the consonants rho and lo respectively. Words spelled with a consonant modified by a diacritic follow words spelled with the same consonant and dependent vowel symbol but without the diacritic. However, words spelled with follow or words with unmodified bar. Sometimes words in which is pronounced p are ordered as if the letter were written. Numerals. The numerals of the Khmer script, similar to that used by other civilizations in Southeast Asia, are also derived from the southern Indian script. Western-style Arabic numerals are also used, but to a lesser extent. In large numbers, groups of 3 digits are delimited with Western-style periods. The decimal point is represented by a comma. The Cambodian currency, the riel, is abbreviated using the symbol A, simply the letter rho. spacing and punctuation. Spaces are not used between all words in written Khmer. Spaces are used within sentences in roughly the same places as commas might be in English, although they may also serve to set off certain items such as numbers and proper names. Western-style punctuation marks are quite commonly used in modern Khmer writing, including French-style guillemets for quotation marks. However, traditional Khmer punctuation marks are also used. Some of these are described in the following table. A hyphen is commonly used between components of personal names, and also as in English when a word is divided between lines of text. It can also be used, for example, between numbers to denote ranges or dates. Particular uses of Western-style periods include grouping of digits in large numbers and denotation of abbreviations. Styles. Several styles of Khmer writing are used for varying purposes. The two main styles are Aksakryang and Aksamul. Aksakryang refers to oblique letters. Entire bodies of text such as novels and other publications may be produced in Aksakryang. Unlike in written English, oblique lettering does not represent any grammatical differences such as emphasis or quotation. Handwritten Khmer is often written in the oblique style. Aksachor or Aksatrang refers to upright or standing letters, as opposed to oblique letters. Most modern Khmer typefaces are designed in this manner instead of being oblique, as text can be italicized by way of word processor commands and other computer applications to represent the oblique manner of Aksakryang. Aksakam is a style used in Pali palm leaf manuscripts. It is characterized by sharper serifs and angles and retainment of some antique characteristics, notably in the consonant ka. This style is also for yantra tattoos and yantras on cloth, paper, or engravings on brass plates in Cambodia as well as in Thailand. Aksamul is calligraphical style similar to Aksakam, as it also retains some characters reminiscent of antique Khmer script. Its name in Khmer, lit. Round script, refers to the bold and thick lettering style. It is used for titles and headings in Cambodian documents, books, or currency, on shop signs of banners. It is sometimes used to emphasize royal names or other important nouns with the surrounding text in a different style. Unicode. The basic Khmer block was added to the Unicode standard in version 3.0, released in September 1999. It then contained 103 defined code points. This was extended to 114 in version 4.0, released in April 2003. The version 4.0 also introduced an additional block, called Khmer Symbols, containing 32 signs used for writing lunar dates. The Unicode block for basic Khmer characters is U+1780 U+17FF, the first 35 characters of the consonant letters. The symbols at U+17A3 and U+17A4 are deprecated. These are followed by the 15 independent vowels. The code points U+17B4 and U+17B5 are invisible combining marks for inherent vowels, intended for use only in special applications. Next come the 16 dependent vowel signs and the 12 diacritics. These are represented together with a dotted circle, but should be displayed appropriately in combination with the preceding Khmer letter. The code point U+17D2, called Sung, meaning foot, is used to indicate that a following consonant is to be written in subscript form. It is not normally visibly rendered as a character. U+17D3 was originally intended for use in writing lunar dates, but its use is now discouraged. The next 7 characters of the punctuation marks listed here and before these are followed by the real currency symbol, a rare sign corresponding to the Sanskrit of Agraha, and a mostly obsolete version of the Virayam Diacritic. The U+17X series contains the Khmer numerals, and the U+17FX series contains variants of the numerals used in divination lore. The block with additional lunar date symbols is U+19E or U+19FF. The symbols at U+19E0 and U+19F0 represent the first and second 8th month in a lunar year containing a leap month. The remaining symbols in this block denote the days of a lunar month, those in the U+19X series for waxing days, and those in the U+19FX series for waning days.